How do we feel about me asking you guys to do the recap once in a while?
You know, I love doing the recap.
But not today.
Amber said not me.
I'm not prepared.
I got the recap. I'll do the recap.
You got
Yeah,
the recap?
Yeah, I was gonna say only if
it's like
we
a
all have to
homework
do it in our
assignment.
characters.
I have to procrastinate it.
All right, let me cue out the music. Here we go. The floor is yours, Charlotte.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going just based off what I wrote down, so I might forget something.
Perfect!
I wrote down the important parts. Okay. So, the Wenches continue traveling after defeating the tornado monster thing, and Anomaly nowhere to be seen. So, we simply keep walking, and we come across... Actually, Anya gets her dragon senses start tingling from her sword more so than usual, being accompanied by the two dragons. So we start walking our way towards where the tingling's happening, and we get to the silver obelisk where we see a dragon sleeping on the ground. And as Xander and Anya approach the dragon, we realize that the dragon has been attacked. One wing is about to fall off, and so Anya tries to revive and save and heal, but the potion, she wasted the superior potion, and it just went straight through. So then the dragon dies. So when the Wenches rendezvous together and decide to cast Speak with Dead, and attempt to do better than they did the last time. And so Anya takes over. And we Solara, I think, recognized that the stab that the dragon had was the same as the Emperor had, and so the assumption was it was Diabris. And so Anya asked 5 questions and did not F it up this time, and found out that a group ambushed the dragon, stole the jewel. And with that, they are assuming that it was Diabris based on the description. And then after the spell ended, Anya touched the obelisk and got the vision of a bookcase with old books. And then that was where the session ended. Okay.
Very good. Very good.
You. Did I miss anything?
Yes, so...
Margaret the cat.
Margaret the blink cat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the cat.
Miss Margaret.
It didn't apply to Anya, so I didn't write it down.
Jeez.
Miss Margaret.
Miss Margaret.
The most important thing of the last session.
Yeah.
Was Miss Margaret.
Was Miss Margaret.
That's
yes.
Right.
And the overall grand scheme of things, you guys are in the Feywild, specifically Genesis, the part of the Feywild, looking for Calliope's memories from a person named Hezron, as well as looking for the elemental rings to bring down Diabris. So that's kind of the overall grand scheme of things. But yes, other than that, very well done. Charlotte, you get a advantage inspiration die that you can use at any point during the session, but it expires at the end of this session, so use it at some point.
Okay.
That can be advantage on attack, saving throw, ability check, the like. So it's a little different than the inspiration that we normally have, where I'll hand out dice and you can kind of stash them for a rainy day. But you can only have up to 3. Make sure you remember that. That goes with attunements as well. Make sure you guys are only attuned to 3 items at a time. And I really should get a list of all your items, and I'll try to help keep track of that. But
yeah, you actually shattered the one thing that I could attune to, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I did write an updated,
but...
I have our updated healing potion written right now, so.
Okay.
We have that, yeah.
Yep, really sorry about that.
Sorry.
No. I did not shatter it. That was the Elder Tempest.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
The tornadoes.
Isn't that you though?
Yeah, but you gotta be able to differentiate.
Blame the dice.
Yeah.
Is what he's
Wait,
saying.
was Hezron the cat? Why do we think the cat?
No,
think the
the
cat can
anomaly
take us?
anomaly was taking us to Hezron. Miss Margaret was
Okay.
just joining us.
She's just along for the ride.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she was just chilling.
She's part of the vibe.
I was like, "Do you want to travel with us?"
We're collecting animals. A
So
dragon,
you should.
a phase
We're
cat.
going to have a little zoo
Okay.
following us. It's going to be great.
Chris, the day one of the animals dies is the day that all the wenches riot.
The wenches canonically become chaotic evil, and we actually become the bad guys of
Don't
Waydora.
ever kill my cookie.
This
cookie.
all these seasons have just been our villain origin story, getting us to this point of the animals getting killed and us just then becoming actual murder hobos.
All your alignments are about to change real quick to evil. Which, by the way, Charlotte, I did that in our in-person session on Thursday or whatever. That teenage boy was like, I think he was chaotic good or something, or neutral good. No, he was lawful good. And I immediately, after his first like 30 minutes of conversation, I'm like, he's kind of a douchebag. So I changed it mid-session, just so you know. Okay. Anyways, so you guys are pretty much outside of the battlefield at this point, and you have made it to the mountain ranges that you have been tracking. The sunset is still ever present and never ending. To your, I'd say probably to your left, and yes. Question.
Didn't we leave off last time with Anya touching the obelisk and getting whooshed into it?
I got the vision.
Yeah, you don't necessarily get whooshed into it. You never got whooshed into the last obelisk. You just psychically it felt like you were taken to another place, but the wenches were watching you and you were just kind of dormant holding the obelisk, and the same thing occurs with the silver obelisk. So you did make it to the obelisk, you had your vision, and yeah, the dragon is dead.
I have a question
Mhm.
for you about the obelisk. Because I can't remember the map, but I remember you showing us the map. Were there other obelisks in Vori, or is this the only one?
I think based on you looking at the ancient texts in the Northwind Library, I think the silver one was the only one here, and it didn't even like say if it was Material World or Feywild. It was just kind of there, and now you guys realize it's in the Genesis. So
Okay.
what
Did
now?
we get through the obelisk vision last time?
Yeah. Yep.
There's
it
a
was.
bookcase of old books.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I remember.
my vision.
I remember now. Because you posted the picture too. Okay. Okay.
Yep. And if you remember the last time, your last vision, you kind of were taken through this icy river, and the dragon was speaking to you before it emerged and revealed itself to you guys. This time, no one's speaking to you. Dragon is dead.
If I would have gotten context, had Diabris not been here.
Still no sign of the anomaly.
Still no sign. You can. Anyone who wants to lead you guys on, go ahead and make a survival check to continue on.
That's Anya.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
What a way to start a session.
We're surviving.
Yeah.
Some would say thriving.
So,
Not the dragon.
okay. So Anya, you take a deep breath in.
Right back. I'm so sorry.
Okay. And you just kind of survey your surroundings. Looking out on the horizon, you see the ever setting sun. The sky's a beautiful shade of orange and purple. And just on the other side of this kind of snowy mountain that has this obelisk on it, you can kind of see down. You're looking out over an entire landscape. And in the near distant section, you do see a plume of smoke coming up. Just very slightly. It's not like a big volcanic. It's just you see a little bit of trail of smoke.
Okay. I'm gonna go towards that
Okay.
because there's a chance it's Diabris. Do I see did they track blood as they left? I'm assuming there's gonna be a trail of bodies, wherever we go, stuff will be dead. But was there any blood or anything?
Stuff
Or
will be
tracks tracks in the snow? Is that the same direction or?
With your nat 20, you kind of investigate the area after you notice this plume of smoke in the distance. You investigate the area a bit, and brushing aside some snow, you realize that it has snowed a decent amount here since this dragon has been slain. There's a good coating of snow laying on its body, and it was still breathing and gasping for air when you guys arrived, so you know that the snow is fresh. You cast some snow aside, and quickly you're able to see a blackened line, and you keep brushing the snow apart, and you realize that it's in a circle, and you clear the entire area, and you recognize it as the very same symbol that was left behind when Diabris snapped himself away in the high court.
What a booty.
That blackened stain that fiery smoky stain that was left behind.
So he came and then bled like a little pussy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go towards the smoke and see. That's our only
Leave.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. You notice Xander's having a time with this whole dragon thing. And he says, Hanya, this worries me. A slain ancient silver dragon. And you all are but batting an eye at it.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, if it's who we think it is, we've unfortunately dealt with him a lot. So.
Fortunately, not shocking.
Dealt with who?
Yeah. His name is Diabris. His son is on again, off again with Baldric. I don't really know. And
Love to
he's
hate
a
him, truly.
demon lord who was the one who screwed up the council. The what was the thing we did? The ball. The
Masquerade Ball.
The masquerade ball. He was there, and he was the one who stabbed the emperor with the same stab wound that we saw in the dragon. And so we already had to track him down and kill him, but now this is just adding to our list of grievances.
There are many, and I am keeping a list.
This is the one who paralyzed our emperor.
Mm-hmm. He's a bad guy.
He looks at Valdric, and you're mingling with, courting his son.
Well, his son's also trying to kill him in his defense, so. Yeah.
Oh, and Solar's boyfriend also is his son's. Honestly, you're breath of fresh air.
No.
You're not related to that family, so you're breath of fresh air here.
Oh.
But they're both trying to kill their father.
And their
That's how
father,
bad of a
Clark is
guy
up.
he is.
And their father is out here hunting dragons.
Yeah, that's news to us.
Yeah, we
Really crappy-
didn't know
crappy
for
news.
sure, but now we do.
How can you be sure?
But this dragon was ambushed. We are not going to be ambushed, and we will take him down. He's the one who summons the dragons that we fought earlier when we were on the tush.
With the Gith.
What is
Yes.
You're saying
Army.
this. You're saying this demon lord has alignment with the Gith Yankee. Because the
Seems
Gith
like
Yankee are aligned with the Red Dragons.
Yeah, definitely seems like it. We know horribly little about his inner workings, aside from the fact that he's very, very bad. Very bad. Bad temper.
No dragon hunter is a friend of mine. I will pledge my crossbow and my allegiance to you all until this creature is slain.
Nice.
Xerxes, are you included in that too?
Of course he is.
You know, the last time a man pledged his allegiance to us, his brain completely came out of his skull.
Well,
So
to be
hopefully you
fair, he
felt
just
better.
pledged his allegiance to me, to be fair. So
That's true. That is true.
Xander's pledging to all of us.
Xerxes
Not
is
to the group.
Xerxes is like not even responding. He's just looking over this dragon, furious, just steam kind of pouring from his nostrils.
Maybe we should get him away from the dead
I
dragon.
mean, Solara or possibly Xerxes, is there a rite that's done with the dead dragon? Should we do something? In addition to vowing to avenge this dragon's murder by killing the murderer, is there perhaps a final rite that could be done that might make Xerxes and yourself, Xander, feel better?
You asking Solara?
I'm kind of asking Solara and Xander. Like, if Xander, you have more knowledge with
Dragons.
dragon customs than I do.
I'm not as well versed in the customs of dragons as you say, more the day-to-days. Perhaps your cleric may know.
What would I roll for that?
History.
Oh, okay. Actually, nope, not great on that. That's okay. I'm not gonna lie, I totally rolled an out one, so
Would
Yeah.
I possibly?
I'm
have?
pretty
I do.
useless, and I only have a +1 to history anyways, so I'm
Um,
useless.
Yeah, unfortunately, Calliope, I think Solar would be the only one,
Only
kinda
one.
eligible for knowing information like this, and with
Yeah,
a
I
nat
know.
one, with a nat one, I mean, yeah, you've no idea. You know of the rituals that you perform, but they're all for humans and humanoids alike.
Cabe was mentioned, and it really just jarbled up your brain.
Yeah, it gets
Literally,
all out
yeah,
there.
probably. She was like,
Yeah.
he's not my boyfriend
That's not my boyfriend.
yet.
Yet. I don't even know that man.
He has
Well-
sales of blood from enemies that you've slain.
There's quite a few. I do get that killing shot quite a bit.
It is pretty hot.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep, thanks, Tanya.
The best we can do now is to track down his killer.
Alright, let's continue on.
I now have a purpose with you all.
I was wondering why you were still hanging out, but I love that you have purpose now.
I mean, our first night or our first morning, we did run into people hunting us, the fairy. Who knows?
I don't think they were hunting us. I think they were hunting the anomaly. Which, mind you, where the fuck is she? He, it. Who knows?
Say.
Wait, okay, so you've told me that anomaly is sketchy aft. Have you told Solara and Calliope? Did you tell us all?
I think I did. I think I'm gonna.
No. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that out in the open.
Speaking of the anomaly, do you want to
What do you mean the
Yeah.
anomaly's being sketchy?
Really weird vibes. Listen, I know a little about a lot of stuff. I've encountered a lot of things in my life. The anomaly's giving, like, I don't know, maybe not necessarily bad vibes. They definitely seem very fearful and genuine in that fear, but very much like I've been here before, but maybe it was thousands of years ago. Giving very possessed. Like, weirdly mind-control-y, like they're operating the body, but the brain is not theirs. Does that make sense? It's giving not
So
natural.
You think something else is controlling the anomaly?
Yeah, I think that the body itself is like Susan, and then whoever is actually speaking to us is the anomaly. Susan's just a name I pulled out of my ass. Please don't get too attached to it. But I very much am just getting vibes, and I could have probed deeper, but if I probe deeper, then the anomaly will know, and if it is a bad thing, I don't want to trigger it, because it was helping us before it vanished.
I'm gonna turn to Miss Margaret on my shoulder and go, have you seen anyone strange?
It's the
Just-
Feywild, and you're asking a face cat if it's seen
Look,
anything strange,
look.
Calliope.
It's been a battle and it was the Thunder Tempest thing. I want to know if there were like any demons or if she knows where anyone could have
Ask her
gone.
if she knows anything called the anomaly.
That's true. Look to Miss Margaret and go, do you know anything about someone called the Anomaly? They were helping us and now they seem to have disappeared.
I know not of. Are you still in Speak with Animals, that spell?
Yes, I think
I'm assuming
it's until...
or else you're going to get a
Yeah.
meow back.
I think it's till a long rest.
Okay.
I think it's how long that spell lasts. But let me double check though, because I'm actually not positive.
And
It was
also,
a scroll, right?
no, I think she.
Yeah. No, it's in my book. I just haven't
Oh, okay.
transcribed it yet. I had a scroll for it, and then instead of using it, I wrote it in my book during one of our rests.
Okay.
I just have been bad about writing them down.
Yeah, and also check to see if it's concentration, but we'll continue on as if it is.
It is only 10 minutes.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely been 10 minutes. So is it a cantrip or?
No, it's a first level.
Okay, so you'd have to recast
I'll
it if
cast
you
it
want.
again. I'll cast it again on myself
Okay.
before I ask.
Okay, so you cast it again, and the cat responds, I know not of any anomaly. I've simply just been wandering around, waiting for my master to return.
What's your master's name?
Oh, I don't know. He can't speak to me the way you can.
Can you give any defining features so that we can keep an eye out for him?
Why, yes. He's tall and thin, and checking his notes at this moment in time. He's got kind of pointy ears, fair skin, short blonde hair. Very loving.
Meow meow meow.
Yeah.
Meow,
Meow 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 meow
Literally.
meow meow meow.
We're like, nice, nice. Sounds good. Sounds like things are happening.
I'll turn to everyone and relay what Miss Margaret has told me. We're like, she doesn't know who the anomaly is. However, she's looking for her master.
Average elf man.
Yeah. Average elf man. So I'll look at her and go, have you seen any, like, demon-looking guys around this area? I was like, this...
I see a lot of strange things around here, Calliope.
No,
Some
I'm
may
asking
look
a lot.
in demonic nature, but I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
Are we still standing in front of the dragon right now?
I would assume you guys
Yeah.
are walking unless you wanted to do anything else with the dragon.
Well, I just wanted to motion and be like, did you ever make it up here near the dragon?
No, I've never been in the snow before.
Okay. Just trying to see if she knew anything.
This is interesting. And she kind of bats at the snow and then dives into a deeper layer of snow, and poof, she's gone and gets lost for a second and then jumps back out.
Oh no.
Still phasing and glitching in and out of existence as she does.
Okay then.
Alright, so you all continue on then, following Anya towards that light plume of smoke in the distance.
Yeah. In typical marching order.
You head down the mountainside, and again, it's still pretty thick with snow. You've got your nice warm clothing on, helping with this trek, and you come across a small village of some sort. Get some music change here. You find this path kind of weaving down this mountain until you find just this open area that's nestled at the base of these big mountain ranges. The sun setting in the distance, creating this really vibrant reflection of purples and oranges over the buildings that are here, with the snow covered on them. These colors reflecting off. Each building is colonial in build, covered in snow. All of them lit with various lights, lanterns and everything like that. The buildings look old. They're made of wood. Look like some of the oldest buildings you've ever seen. And this village doesn't have many. You haven't seen a single person as you walk. You're now walking through this path that carves through the village. All the buildings look lit, but there's no one in sight. But there is a tall kind of tower, I guess, in the distance, maybe some sort of church or cathedral. And it's pretty quiet until you hear a but it's in the distance. It almost sounds like an arrow being drawn back and shot from a bow. And you hear it again.
Can I roll investigation to see where that's coming from?
It would be perception. Yes.
Okay. Oh, good thing I have expertise. 26.
Okay. You kind of curiously follow towards that. The plume of smoke is still in the distance, but you kind of come across this, almost looks like a sort of training grounds. It's got these bullseyes set up, bales of hay with paint markings on the middle. There's like wooden stick figures with wooden swords just kind of all scattered about. And there's just one female just shooting arrows into these bullseyes. Back is turned to you guys, doesn't seem to notice.
And you said she's hitting the bullseyes?
Yeah, she's shooting at the targets.
Is she a good shot?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
She's a dang good shot.
Ooh.
Each arrow either hitting dead center or close to it.
Maybe we should announce our presence before we pull up on her.
You have a good shot.
Yeah, my
That'll
hands
do.
up, like,
Like, don't
No
shoot
harm.
me!
She had a arrow in her hand when you said that. Kind of hesitates for a second. You know, I heard you all coming from a mile away. But thank you. Still not looking at you. Draws another arrow. And you
Thanks for not shooting us.
you kind of are close enough to the point. You kind of see she has this bright red curly hair coming down. She kind of wears like a red scarf over top, head covering, and to kind of keep the wind. And she's dressed in like more like a red and bluish kind of warm winter dress, I guess you could say.
Merida?
This is not a scene from Brave.
This is actually Once Upon a Time.
Fair
You said
question.
red curly hair and hitting a bullseye with an arrow.
And she's wearing the fit for it.
Does not have
Yeah.
a Scottish accent. Sorry.
Is it just you in this town, all by yourself, shooting bullseyes in the snow, friend?
For the most part, yes. She turns around now, puts her bow down, puts the arrow back, brings the headscarf back, and you see now very pale complexion, pale skin, bright blue eyes, and she says, "What is a band?" I shouldn't even ask because this is the Feywild. Are you all lost? How can I help you?
We are on a quest, which I'm sure most,
Always on the quest. Yep.
most people that come to the Feywild are. But first, who are you and why are you alone in this village?
I'm here by accident. I am making use of my time here. It's been... How long has it been? I don't know. My name is Adelaide. What is your name?
We are the Wenches of Waydora.
The Wenches. All of you are called Wenches. What about those two in the back?
The
Um,
Wenches too. Honorary Wenches.
Xander just nods his head.
Honorary Wenches of Waydora, and our pets. We're starting a zoo. That's irrelevant.
As they
Anyway,
all
you said
do
you
in
were
the
stuck
Feywild.
here? You're... Stuck seems like a very resolute term. Stuck as in genuinely can't leave?
You're all from the other side, aren't you?
If you mean not here, yes.
Yes. Well, as am I. I am
Should
stuck.
have assumed. You gave us straight answers. Should have assumed.
That's true. No riddles.
Yep. No riddles this time. It's just me. I'm just a simple girl. I am stuck here because I apparently am not very good at seafaring. Was on a quest like yourselves through the Bay of Confusion. Should have known that was the first error. Going through a body of water called something such as that, and ended up here.
We jumped from a skyship 10,000 feet up.
Amazing.
Yeah. What was your quest that brought you here to get you stuck?
I am part of well, I guess it doesn't matter because we are all in the Feywild, never getting out, never going home. So, might as well have some strangers who actually know of the world that I'm talking about. I'm part of an elite, I guess you could say, battalion, hailing from Karsh, from Arathia, if you're familiar with that area. Called the Nobile Armada, and our general sent me across the sea, which now I'm realizing is a fool's errand. Basically sent me to my death. So, thank you, General Alabaz. What a douche. Can't
Can I roll
imagine.
History?
Sure.
Okay. 16.
You've heard of Arathia, obviously, is the region, the northwestern region of Waydora, and the major city there is Karsh. It's like the northwesternmost city in Waydora.
Where the tush was going.
Where the tush was going. Led by King... oh my gosh. King Runard. And he does have... You know of King Runard. He's a good man, noble man, from what you've heard. And you've heard of the corruption that went down and how a city was destroyed. Avalon was destroyed in this big corrupt plague that plagued that area, that was quickly dealt with by a group of warriors that called themselves the Heroes of Arathia. And they were the ones that ended up dealing with the Kraken attack on Westwind.
Interesting.
May they
Okay,
rest.
so I'll tell. Isola's still alive. So mad. Anyways, I'll say, yeah, I heard about the corruption up in Arathia. Avalon, they said the whole city's burnt down.
What? What are you talking about?
The corruption that was in Arathia?
What corruption?
Dead things
Where are
everywhere.
you from? Who are you?
We're the Wenches, and we're from. Most recently, we're at Northwind.
Okay. Corruption? I was just in Avalon visiting family before I came here. It's
Timey-wimey, wishy-washy nonsense, love. The time here for sure does not work the same as the time where we're from.
I see.
Thought I heard a rumor of the Nobile Armada being disbanded, if I remember correctly.
That can't be. I have to return. That's not possible. I have nothing. That is my life.
I mean, I agree you should work to get out of here. You should just stand here shooting wickedly good shots. It truly is just a waste of an expert marksman, if nothing else. And we're not stuck here. we're here on a quest, and then we're going to promptly leave.
And
After
how
the
do you
quest.
plan on getting back?
You know,
Through the frozen lake.
Yeah.
Same way we came in.
all sorts of doorways. You fall in, you fall out.
Frozen Lake.
Yeah.
Have I not heard of this?
Because
How'd
you
you
came
get
through
in
the Bay
here?
of Confusion.
I was shipwrecked. I
Hmm.
lost my crew. I was the only survivor. All of a sudden, the world went black, and then the world came to color again, and I was not in Arathia anymore. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it sounds like that was a good thing.
I suppose, from a certain point of view. Doesn't matter anyway, it's all gone.
Just Avalon. And Karsh is still. You said you were from Karsh, right? It's still there.
Yes, and what know you of Kosh? Have you been there?
Nope. But I hear it's lovely this time of year.
This time. What is this time?
Well, when we left, it was, can I quote what time it was to her when we left Waydora, when we jumped off of the tush?
Yeah, it was fall time. Leaves are changing. Yeah.
It's full time in Waydora. We were actually on our way to Kosh, midway there.
Northwind sees all 4 seasons, so you got a good view of the leaves changing as you flew over.
It's really beautiful.
Where do we go from here? I suppose you would like to speak to Hezron. Is that why you all are here?
Yes!
Oh,
Oh my god! Yeah!
Well, I will lead you to him. Unfortunately, the rest of the pause.
I like Chris's I'm looking at my notes face.
The rest of the members are off on a quest, as they say. So it's just Hezron, but I'll at least introduce him to you. He's a super nice dude. Wasn't very nice to me at first. I kind of had to prove myself, and he's been so gracious as to allow me to train here. So when I do get back, I can give General Alabaz a taste of his own medicine. But none of you know who that is. None of you even care. General Alabaz, it might be 90 years old at this point, so does not matter.
Is that something Hezron respects? Is your archery ability?
He does, yes. Among
Strength, that type of thing.
I'm not sure why he's grown to like me. Maybe. Well, come along. I'm sure the longer we stay here, the more decrepit you become in the material world, or however it works, so...
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, let's onward. You lead.
Alright. And she turns, picks up, she grabs the arrows that are in the target, puts them back in her quiver, and straps her bow to her back, and leads you guys to the heart of the village. And there, in the heart of the village is one particular building that she leads you to, and this one has the fire, the smoke that's leading from it. And she walks inside. It's this big, open, wooden, like cabin-like structure, and you walk in, you instantly feel the warmth that the fireplace brings to you, and you see this big brick fireplace right in the center, and They're sitting at a table. Is a man who looks to be elven in nature. He's sitting there looking through some sort of like bowl. He's just looking at a bowl of water, and you see like movement in the bowl of water. And he's got white hair, but he's not old. It's just white in color. He turns to you, and now you see he's got like blue tattoos that cover beneath his eyes, bright blue, vibrant eyes. He's got some sort of circlet crown that goes across his forehead, white cloak.
Would you describe him as hot? I'm just kidding.
I'm going to send you a picture and you can decide for yourself, but this is what AI
Just-
generator came out for me.
Base question for every person we come across:
Oh,
are
no,
they
he's
hot?
Inquiring minds would like to know.
Inquiring minds would like to know: should we put them in Fateborn Manor? Would we employ them there if given opportunity?
Should we invite them to our housewarming party?
Would
Hot
they
people
like
only.
to
It
come?
matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot people only.
Hot people only. That might be the name of the episode.
She walks in. She says, "Hey, Hez, we have some visitors who are here to speak with you. They call themselves the Wenches, and these two."
Yeah.
And Xander gives another nod. "I will leave you all alone." And she goes back and leaves, shuts the door behind you. And yeah, he turns to look at you all. He's got a concerned look on his face that quickly he shakes off. "What
He's
are you
acceptably
all
hot.
doing here? What
Snape.
do you call yourselves? The Wenches?"
Of Waydora. Yes.
"Why do you seek me?"
Calliope, get up here. Come here.
Calliope's gonna groan. I'm gonna groan quietly. Come up and be like, someone named Cornelius said he sent my memories here, and that if I wanted to find them, to come talk to you.
Then you must be Calliope.
Yes.
Yes, Cornelius owed me a favor. I have your memories.
Right?
I suppose there should be no stalling. I have them here in this vial. Can't imagine you've traveled all the way to the Feywild to acquire but a memory.
No. There were some other things that we needed to do while we were here. I'm gonna glance at Baldric and like raise an eyebrow and be like,
I'm gonna look over at Anya and kind of like,
We're tracking down a demon lord named Diabris. Have you come across any?
I know of this Diabris. He is not here.
Not here
But he
currently?
was.
Hasn't been here recently? We have evidence that he killed the
Ugh,
ancient
dragon.
silver dragon out at the obelisk.
He kind of, his demeanor goes from rigid and proper to a grim look kind of washes over his face. When did this happen? On your way in, you saw this.
We did. We stumbled upon the dragon as it was dying.
Then it is too late.
Ominous.
Do you want to explain
Yeah.
what's too late?
Yeah, elaborate on that one.
Are you aware of what the Silver Dragon possesses and guards?
Possessed.
I know
and
it has a
guarded.
jewel.
And you have this jewel with you. Please tell me.
No. Diabris took it.
Well, that is why it is too late.
Too late for what?
I suppose if he has that jewel, he's hunting the others, and when he gets the others, then it will be too late, I suppose.
Again, too late for what?
The end of the world as we know it. The end of the material world, I should say.
Nice.
That's never good.
Because when Tiamat is summoned, the Nine Hells might as well be summoned. And your world as you knew it will be gone.
On the upside, he can't
What-
get all of them.
What if someone else were to collect all of them and use them for not nefarious purposes? What then could be done with them?
No, it depends on the prophecy and the beholder.
Right.
There is a prophecy that says whatever the prophecy says about summoning either Tiamat or Bahamut. Of course.
The bearer of the Sunblade, you say?
Yes. You know of this prophecy.
I'm really
Vaguely.
well acquainted with it, yeah.
Then you know it is of utmost importance that this demon lord does not find the other pieces.
Yeah, now I do.
Yeah, on this same just like thread of thought, do you happen to know anything about the elemental rings? Anything about that?
Why do you seek these?
Oh, because they could probably help us in killing Diabris, which is really our main goal and has been for quite some time. Diabris murder squad here.
You are hunting this demon lord.
Oh, yeah.
If we
Big
weren't
ol'
before,
asshole.
we certainly are now.
He's top of my shit list. Really want his teeth. I mean,
There's a
All
lot
of
of
it.
people on that list.
yeah, there is. And he is
Someone wants
right at
his
the top.
head.
Yes, I know of the rings. However, only one of them is in Genesis. The other three are from your world.
Okay. I see, that's more than we had to go on to begin with. Do you have any leads on where that ring would be and which ring it is?
I do, and I know of its location. However,
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure I trust you to be the
Ooh.
deliverer of Diabris.
Okay, well.
I'm gonna pull out the Sunblade.
Baldrick's
Oh.
like, that's fucking rude.
No, just show him that I have it and that I'm the.
You're like,
I am the chosen one.
mercy kill.
I am the chosen one, Ron.
He holds out his hand and meets you like 90-10 and looks at you.
Okay, I have it. Hold on, DM question.
Mm-hmm.
I have it weapon bonded to me, but if I hand it over, then that would negate that, right?
Bound to you means it can't be.
It can't be. I can't lose it. Someone can't force me to drop it. But like, I can't like. Actually, no. I think I can. Oh yeah. So you can summon the weapon as a bonus action on your turn, causing it to teleport instantly to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he does something sketchy with it, that's my.
Okay.
Fail safe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you hand it over?
So to clarify, yes, I would be able
Yeah,
to
it
like,
would.
instantly teleport. Okay.
You could.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
Okay. He turns it over, kind of looks and studies at the markings on it, finds the ignition switch, ignites it, and it shoots up, the blade itself emitting a radiant light in the dim lit area. Turns it over again and turns it off and hands it back to you. So you are the one they prophesy about.
The one and only.
You are the blood drinker, they say.
Can
Jazz
demonstrate
hands.
like.
Let's not do that.
You want some sake?
Well then, this changes things, of course. I can provide the elemental ring of water for you. The other three are in your world, as I said. But the elemental ring is with one of our own, and that person is in prison in Stonehaven. Stonehaven is in Genesis, so you will need to get it back.
Okay. Prison break. Nice.
We don't have to get him out. We just have to get the ring, right?
I feel like getting him out is also part of the deal.
He is one of our own. I would implore you to also return him to us safely.
Right. What's his
Why is
name?
he in prison?
He is a prisoner of war, the elemental war. The earth elementals have him in their possession.
What is his name?
His name is Callevity.
Callevity?
Callevity.
Super solid.
Callevity.
Callevity.
Yes, he is like us, an ice elemental. Well, the other members of the Deciders are on their own quest, saving your world from the impending doom of the Kraken, an ancient mythological beast that has been dormant for over 1,000 years and is now suddenly awoken.
Were they the group that played in the Quidditch tournament?
So that was their excuse. I suppose so.
Hmm.
If they did compete, it was merely to manipulate events to transpire towards their favor, and that favor was to save the city of Westwind from being destroyed by said Kraken. It sounds like them to do such things, yes.
Okay. So the ring here is in prison. We've never done a prison break before, but golly, that's just something that sounds right up our alley.
It does, sadly.
Question for you, just while we're on this thread. Would you happen to know of someone called the Anomaly?
Yes. Why?
Is that a good why or a not good why?
What are you about to tell me? Do not tell me that the anomaly is here.
Oh, that's a really great question because I have no idea where it is.
What know you of the anomaly?
That it has really weird vibes. Very, very pretty on the outside. Weird, spooky, kind of possessed vibes on the inside.
When did you
Seemed
see
like
her?
they knew you.
What do you know about her? Tell me.
I don't know, like a couple of hours ago, this tasked us to kill an Elder Tempest and then fled off into the Beyonds. Seemed very excited to be here in Genesis. Seemed like they had been here before, but not in the capacity that they were toting around.
The anomaly is here, in Genesis, you say?
Yeah.
She did save us, so
She did? Yeah.
We did follow her because she did save us.
And she knew you, which probably you don't want to hear based upon your reaction right now.
Yes, of course she knows me. The anomaly was imprisoned in your material world. You're telling me that she is now back here. From your doing.
Was she
Not
imprisoned
from our
in the
doing.
lake, by chance?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that was a bad place to put her.
She was imprisoned through the veil. And she had no ways of getting back through the veil unless... Did you travel here through a portal through an ice lake?
Where was that supposed to be? There was no sign that told us not to do that.
Is there a better way we should have come here?
Not at all. Would have been...
Well, tell that to Cornelius next time and tell him not to give you Calliope's memories.
Yeah, there needs to be better signage, really.
Cornelius is a bumbling fool, and he always will be.
Valid.
You're... Okay.
Definitely not hot enough to come to our house.
I need to take a moment to prioritize what problem to deal with first. Go to Stonehaven.
Ring problem.
Okay.
Acquire the ring.
Yes,
Calliope,
absolutely.
I owe you the vial. Allow me to at least grant you that. You've come this far. It may aid you in your journey. And we will deal with the anomaly, I suppose. And she was with you, and you lost her.
Loser, she lost us.
We got to a point where we could
Over
fight
after you
fire
fight.
elementals or the Elder Tempest. We chose the Elder Tempest, and she disappeared.
She turned into smoke and is floating above.
Because
She disappeared.
it really wasn't answered, and I feel like we should know this because we don't know where she is, and she could pop up at any time. What is it? What is the anomaly?
She is everything about elementals, all the bad of every elemental that has ever existed. She is not supposed to be what she is. She is too powerful to be left to her own devices, no matter what her cause and motives are.
Okay.
So has she done anything bad,
Yeah,
or
did
is
she try to
just
kill a
too
bunch of people?
powerful?
We are preventing future events from transpiring. Nothing bad has been committed yet. But if you could think of the worst person that you know and go back in time and sequester them for the rest of their lives, wouldn't that make your world a better place?
Maybe Hitler.
But you know she's gonna do these terrible, awful things? Or she just has the capacity
Is this
to
a
do them?
prophecy situation?
I don't know. It kind of seems like a weird judgment situation to me. Let me ask you something else, Hezron. Were you personally?
Oh wait, no, he didn't answer my
100%.
question. He never answered my question. Do you know she's going to do these things, or does she just have the capacity to do these things?
I do not question the will of the Sword of Frost. I merely obey it. She has both the capacity to commit such atrocities and will probably commit such atrocities if her path continues on. Therefore,
Baldrick's exchanging mad side eye with Anya right now.
What's the Sword of Frost? And why are you taking judgment from it?
I bear the Sword of Frost. It is the object that most prophecies come from.
A sword tells you prophecies?
We learned so much in such a short amount of time.
This is a lore dump. Here we go.
Hezron,
Is
were
that
you
how
the
you
one
know of?
that put her in the lake?
I was. Me and the
Oh,
other,
yeah.
me and the other members of the Deciders.
Okay. The
The
Deciders.
Deciders.
The
That's
Deciders
the
are
group
the
that
ones.
We already
pre-
explained who the deciders were.
They are
Yeah, they were at the
preventing the
Quidditch.
other evil that is occurring in your
Yes,
world
yes.
right now.
Ah,
The Kraken.
Very
That's
good, very
right.
important. Hezron, I've got to tell you, I would really go underground personally, because now that you've explained all of this to me, everything that she said earlier has really taken quite a turn in my head. Because I'm pretty sure she's gonna come here and try to kill you. That's just my personal opinion, though.
Going underground is for the Earth Elementals. Speaking of which, you should already be halfway to
Yeah.
Stonehaven, which
No,
is
you're
their
100% right, because I
underground.
definitely don't
They're
want to be
just
here
a-
standing next to you right now.
Question about the Earth Elementals. They were trying to maybe find the anomaly in the frozen lake on this side, and we got away with the anomaly. Does that sound?
That does not surprise me. She is sought after by all of the elementals: fire, air, water, earth.
like a weapon.
Some seeking to manipulate her for what they perceive as good, some perceiving as evil.
Kind of like trapping someone in the lake. Just as an example.
It is the lesser evil. You
Okay.
do not understand what you talk about.
I don't understand a lot of things.
I think what I still don't understand is why you trap something right next to the door in.
That one too,
That is
really.
the point. That is the only way to cross her through the veil. The way that she is. The way that she
She
has
had to come
become.
back with someone? Because if she was right next to the door, then why didn't she just go through on her own?
Was she
Because
trapped in between?
she was not able to travel through. She was, with our magic and my use of the sword, she was imprisoned to the material world with no return to the Feywild. No return through the veil. That is, unless the process was reversed with a group of adventurers from the material world, such as yourselves.
Right.
And now it's
Just
Yes.
again, I don't know how well that was thought out, but that it's here. So
And what's done is done.
what's done is done. I don't think it's entirely our fault.
I think
being
it's
honest.
not at all our fault, to be honest.
We didn't
Yeah.
know.
Really needed
I
to
blame
be some
Cornelius.
sort
Yeah, he did panic and send memories to the Feywild, which didn't seem like a smart idea in general.
I believe we're all
Collide.
in
Nor does it
agreement.
seem ethical.
We're all in
Yeah.
agreement
Yeah.
that Cornelius is a bumbling fool.
Yes,
Yes.
that one we're all on the same page. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Seems to be a lot of unethical.
the fucking,
decisions
what
that
was
we
it, the
made.
infernal
Wizardry happening,
machine?
truly.
Yeah, it's almost like you are all afraid of powerful women.
It does very much read that way.
You of all
But, you
people,
know-
blood drinker, know that that is not true.
Okay, well, I fear we've already stood here too long in the potential path of destruction. Calliope, let's take the memories from the nice man, and you point us in the direction of the ring that we're looking for. We'll be on our merry way on out of here.
Very well. Calliope, he goes over to a shelf and pushes aside some things, pulls out a vial that has some dust on it, brushes it off. And it's just like green liquid in a vial about this big. He uncorks it and hands it to you. Drink and look into this bowl. And the bowl that he was looking in the water kind of moves mystically with a sort of cloud over top of it. Basically the pensive from Harry Potter, but
Stick your face in the bowl.
I'm gonna take it like a shot. This can't taste good.
okay.
I feel like this is gonna end poorly.
You shoot it back, and rather than taste or feel substance, it's more of an abstract feel. You get a feeling of nostalgia, a taste and a smell. It's like smelling something that just like instantly has a connection to it. You're like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of this one time I was on vacation with this and whatever. You know that feeling, and it's just an overwhelming sense of nostalgia through all five senses. Rush you. You get memories of you and another child about your age playing together. Another half elf, short blonde hair. You guys are playing some sort of marbles in the street, and this group of kids is kind of picking on you, and this kid stands up and does some sort of light magic to fend off these bullies that are picking on you guys while you're trying to play marbles. And then your vision fades and shifts. You're a little bit older now. You're in some library, you're not sure where, just some library studying books, and just there's parchment all over you, and you're just writing and writing and writing. You don't even know what you're writing, but you remember it. It's like flooding back to you, this memory. And then you have this boy again is with you, and he's about your age again, teenage, and is bringing books over to you and handing them to you. And you're kind of directing him like, no, that's the wrong book. Yes, I'll take this one. And you're kind of just having this exchange, and you send him off, and he goes get some other books. That vision fades, and your next vision is of you and this boy. He is being abused by his father, which you realize is also your father. And some stuff goes down. You are able to remove him from the house, that situation, and basically run off on your own, saving who you now realize is your brother, and are running off with him. And you hear in the distance from the house that you were running away from, you hear the name Callevity being screamed back at him as you guys run. And then last vision fades away, and then the last vision you have is of you in this library and all the knowledge that you guys just gained from the restricted section. You're in this restricted section, and you get sucked into this book, or you get sent from Cornelius to the astral plane, and that's whenever you met the group, and that's where it ends. It seems that moment in time where your memories were erased or preserved, not only those were erased, but everything linked to your brother was erased for some reason. And now you realize, as you come back, you realize you have a brother.
Seen the brother before anywhere? Now that you remember what he looks like?
I've seen him before. I didn't hear you say that again louder.
guess it'd be wisdom, just a wisdom check with advantage.
And 11.
11 with advantage.
Yeah, one of those was a nat 1.
Oh,
Nice. Okay.
God. Do you have an
Um,
inspo point?
No, I have none.
Yeah,
Did
you're.
everybody see these?
No, this is just happening to you. They're kind of watching as you are looking into the bowl, or having this moment, and kind of watching. Your eyes are closed, but they see like the balls of your eyes, just kind of rolling back and forth through your eyelids. What were you trying to figure out again exactly?
Oh yeah, if I had seen him anywhere before, like with this knowledge that he's now my brother, if I had seen him while we've been traveling or anywhere.
You're trying to remember, and just with the sudden rush of all these memories coming flooding back, like the floodgates just being opened, it's kind of overwhelming to you, and you're kind of overwhelmed with and overstimulated with all this that's going on. So you're trying to remember all your travels, and you can't really pick up on anything other than these specific memories that were unlocked. But with an 11, you do kind of put some pieces together, since especially it was recent, within the hour, that when speaking with Miss Margaret the kitty, the way that she described her owner is almost to the T of the way you remember your brother in these visions.
You've got your brother's cat.
And my brother's cat. I'm gonna turn and look at Hezron and be like, how long has Callevity been here in Genesis?
Oh, it depends from a certain point of view, from the view of someone like you from the material world. 1,000 years. From my point of view, and what is time in the Feywild?
50 years.
Baldrick's having an existential crisis.
I think Calliope's having a little mental breakdown right now. I'll probably Hezron and go, thank you so much for keeping my memories safe. That was a lot.
Is your brother here?
Callevity's the one we're breaking out of prison.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh wait,
he's
I
the
don't
one
know
with
that.
the ring. And well, we
No,
know
you do
we're
know that.
breaking Callevity out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
I want to give away that Callevity's my brother in front of people we
Oh,
don't know.
sure,
So I
sure.
haven't said anything yet. I'm going to turn to all of you guys and be like, I'm a lot to think on. We should probably start heading towards the Earth Elemental and start doing that. Can fill you guys in on the way.
Yeah, truly, so much lore just happened. We should definitely get the heck out of here. Good luck to you with the anomaly, who for sure is on her way here. I think that we should go. Can you point us in the direction of Stonehaven?
Stonehaven is dawnward.
Okay, perfect. Well, we are
Is
going.
it always just perpetual dusk here?
It is. How long have you been here? How long do you think you've been here? Has it always been
A
sunset?
day.
Like 2 days. But I'm really concerned about what that means on the outside. We really didn't think about that before we came in here.
The sun
Did they
rises
know?
on Vori. So, Dawnwood, you must go to Stonehaven.
Do we need anything before we go? Do we need to ask him about visions or shit? Or are we all just good to troop out?
I think that we should get the fuck out of here, personally, because she's gonna come in here all balls of fury, as she should, truly, because bombastic side-eye for looking somebody away based upon the power and potential. Anyway, really great to meet you. If you're ever on our side, we're building a house and would love to have you by sometime. No, he can come. He passes the hotness check. He's fine.
Not my type.
I
His
don't
name?
visit the
Subjective
material world
hotness.
often, however, I suppose I probably need a new ambassador now that Cornelius is Cornelius.
And
If you-
Cornelius will never be at one of our house parties, rest assured.
I don't think he likes us very much.
And that's on him.
Well,
He told me
I don't
not
like
to.
him either, so the feeling's mutual.
If you see him again, tell him we are square, and that is the last I would like to hear from him.
You got it.
Very well. And as he kind of turns around, the fireplace turns from this red fire to this blue, and it's just all of a sudden this blue flames, and all around you emits just this blue light, and the fire almost seems as if it grows more vibrant and more lively. And he turns back around to look at the fireplace, and shooting out of the fireplace comes 4 more beings in these white cloaks. They've got these blue kind of tattoos, same pointed ears, come shooting out, beaten, bloodied, just soaking wet, scorch marks all over their white robes that are much more discolored now in contrast to Hezron's white cloak. And Hezron kind of watches as they all stumble out and appears like he's not even fazed by it, but they're just gasping and panting for their lives. They are all holding broomsticks in their hands.
Okay.
Deciders.
One of them, my lord, it is done. Westwind is safe. The Kraken is dead. Hezron kind of nods at him. Incoming more pictures of these beings that got thrown out.
So we can decide if they're hot or not.
Can you send them in the Discord channel so we have them for future reference? Or no?
Yeah, I will. I'll send better pictures. These are pictures with my phone to the computer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. All of them, again, white hair, have some sort of jewel somewhere. One of them has a diamond kind of jewel on her forehead with blue streaked tattoos going down from her eyes that have blue shadow. This light blue shadow. She has her hair is split into 2 knots. White hair, white as snow, and gradually fading into blue as they go down, with a white cloak. But all of them look disheveled and just out of breath. And he says, and what of Prince Sharpwood? And the one who was talking, my lord, He's dead. And
Someone
Hezron,
super powerful must have killed the prince.
Hezron kind of nods and turns away and walks away.
Hezron, I have one more question before you go.
Speak.
When I get all 10 gems, what do I do?
You will know what to do.
Vague.
Do you have the gems? Have you found
I have
one?
one. I have one.
And
I
what
now know where the second one is. I just have it.
And what did you see when you got it?
Did I write it down?
I might have written,
Nope, I just wrote how to vision.
I might have written it down. Hang on.
Hold on, let me look. Okay, I saw an icy river in a snowy landscape, and a voice began speaking to me. And I think that was it.
And what color gem is this?
Amber, I think. Yes, amber bronze jewel.
Then the voice you heard was of Vorsega.
We met Borsega.
Yes, this was his gem to God. And if it is in your possession, then he is either dead or has corroborated you as the prophesied one.
He is still alive.
Then you are who they say you are. And you must find these other jewels before the Demon Lord does.
Is there a way to get the jewels from the chromatic dragons without killing them?
There's always a way. But unfortunately, that is what it comes to for the most part with these evil dragons. They are not like the metallic. You saw what they did to... Oh my gosh, my notes are not great today. You saw what they did to Argus, the silver dragon that was guarding the jewel.
You think Debris is working with the chromatic dragons?
It's possible. If you come across another obelisk guarded by a chromatic dragon, and that dragon you can confirm does not have the jewel, then one might say they are working together. It's too early to tell. We only have the evidence of bloodshed. I will aid you in any way possible, and if that way is by helping you locate these elemental rings, then so be it. But if I give you the location of these rings, you must promise to return them to me after you have used them to defeat Debris.
And what would you do with them?
I would store them where they were forged, right here in Genesis, right here in my village of Vori. Back where they belong.
Why shouldn't we return the 3 that are in our world to where we got them?
They are in your world, but that is not where they originated from. They are there by chance, and they need to be returned to my forge.
But surely putting them all together in one place would be unwise, right? You know, sure, yeah, great. Bring you the rings. Sounds fantastic.
Very well.
All right, onward to Stonehaven.
Then you agree with you swear on your soul that you will return these rings. It is of utmost importance. I am not merely going to give you the locations.
Oh.
Insight check.
Yeah,
well,
can I also?
go for it?
I don't want to swear on my soul.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, gee.
Okay, well, I'm not even gonna roll then.
Yeah, he seems sincere. He seems almost desperate in the way that he's coming across. Like he has no choice. He seems reluctant in giving you this information and wants something in return. But he seems genuine, as far as you could tell.
What? Never sworn my soul before. Great. You want a spit shake on it?
I'm gonna try to make eyes so you can like confirm to me if.
Yeah.
Well, my soul's not worth much. Yeah. I might not get it back to you in any timely manner. This is gonna be my priority, but I will get it back to you.
Are we spit shaking?
Anya, as you like reach out your arm, Xander grabs it and kind of pulls you aside. Anya, do you have any idea what you're agreeing to? If you do not return this ring by accident or by purpose, you will be imprisoned here, just like the anomaly was imprisoned in our world for the rest of your life.
Tried to even think about imprisoning Anya. I'm just saying. Just saying.
The Feywild is a magic so chaotic that it bypasses all sorts of laws that we are used to.
Oh,
Are
we
you
gotta
sure
go get the
about
rings
this?
anyway.
What's his name? Hezron?
Yep.
Hezron. If we don't have these rings, then I cannot complete my prophecy. You know that I'm the blood drinker. I'm going to go collect these jewels. I am going to summon Bahamut. That's a good one, right? Yes. And I'm going to save the world. No big deal. In order to do that, I need these rings. You know, on my honor, that I'm going to complete this. I will bring them back to you when I'm done.
Make a persuasion roll.
I think I'm going to use my advantage. So I have to go get the one that fell. Hang on.
My note. Yeah, I have so many notes.
I need to decide first to use my advantage or roll and then roll again.
you can roll and view your first roll before you do advantage.
Okay. It's a 16.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you trying to alter the deal? What is Anya trying to do? What are you trying to persuade him of?
I'm trying to use my word and the fact that I'm the dragon prophecy chosen one.
But are you trying to get out of the contract with
No,
your soul?
I will. I told him, yeah, I'm not betting my soul. It may not have much worth, but I don't want to be stuck in the Feywild. I'll listen to Xander.
Okay, so you're changing the deal because the deal was your soul.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just confused as to what.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'll bring it back.
I will agree to this on one condition, and that is that if these 4 rings do not get returned to me, one of your souls will be forfeit to the Feywild for the rest of eternity.
Is it like random? Are you gonna draw names from a hat?
And he gets interrupted by Xander. Not random. I will do it.
Nice. You just went up like 10 points in my book there, bud.
Aren't you just warning me that to not be willy-nilly with our souls, and now you're being Mr. Gallant?
Just because he thinks you're hot, Anya. Let him do it.
Everyone thinks I'm hot.
Your life is worth much more than mine own. You must go on, Anya. Besides, the rings will be returned. Fear not.
Yeah, they will, because I said they would, and I mean what I say.
You must go on without me.
Now, or can you come with us? Why you're not stuck here yet?
Of
Like a
course not.
dramatic romance scene.
And I won't be. These rings will be returned, but on the off chance that they don't, well, it's been a fun run. Besides, it's the Feywild. What could go wrong? Be in it quite the eternity.
Everything you just told me.
Please.
Okay.
You're a
Xerxes
party man.
Xerxes has the most concerned look on his face. He's like...
Xerxes, if this fool ends up here, you can come live with me. Fine. You can come become a wench.
Oh, Xerxes
Full-time.
will be sequestered here with me as well.
I don't feel like it's fair that you're bidding your soul then if Xerxes also gets...
That's a 2-for-1 special.
It doesn't matter. We're going to return the rings. It doesn't matter. This is all pomp and circumstance. This is just to get us on our way and get the locations now.
He is right.
It's really
Fair
not
enough.
that.
We get
It's
out of
really
here,
not even a
the better.
sacrifice by me. It's. I'm just trying to move along conversation. But on the off chance that we don't return them, agreed. And he holds out his arm, and before anyone can say anything, Hezron clasps it, and a bit of their kind of arms, as they're in a lock, kind of turn to ice. And he looks down, and he tries to break free, and it's just this ice clasp, and some steam kind of rises off, and it cracks, and then
Fucking cool.
he's able to pull it back.
I've never witnessed a soul deal before.
And he's trying to thaw out his arm.
Fucking neat. 10 out of 10 experience. Voldrick approves.
I don't know what to do with any of that. Do we have to go get the first ring and then you'll tell us the location of the other 3, or?
Actually, I was going to end the session right there, so I have some time to plan where the other 3 are. I don't just throw out random crap, but he will give you the locations just next session.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where we'll end tonight.
That was such a fantastic
was
lore. Like,
So much lore.
I love lore.
My notes are actual
Lore!
notes this time.
I
Like,
wrote an entire half page. It was a good lore dump.
I got like 2 pages worth of notes.
I don't want to hear nothing from anybody. I wrote a
Okay.
short story.
Well, look, for the
That tracks for all of our characters.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is my favorite part that just says bombastic side eye.
Yep.
Because literally, I could feel the side eye that Valdrick and Anya exchanged. We were both like, so she didn't do anything then, and you just put her into the lake
Yeah,
because she
that
could have maybe
seems-
done something. She's for sure gonna come here and kill you.
Yeah.
Moral
Trying to,
dilemmas.
like,
And you know what?
stop.
I don't blame her.
I just don't blame her. I just don't
I
blame
also
her.
feel like we moved past that this guy gets his prophecies from a sword
Oh, I put
really
that in
quickly.
here. Yeah, I put that in
I
here. I
have it.
said, oh, and he's been taking orders from the Sword of Frost, which apparently has made all the prophecies sketchy, but we have way more important things to contend with
Yeah.
right now. You know,
I mean,
what
if there's
can you
an
do?
opportunity, I want that sword.
If man
but-
wants to take prophecies from a
Yeah.
She's
sword,
like Rocket Raccoon. Man, I'm gonna get that leg. I want that
I'm
leg.
gonna get that fucking leg.
Yeah.
Give me that eye, too.
Calliope saying that, going, "You take orders from a sword?" Question mark.
Yeah, the amount of times we all just were like, elaborate on that bit. Elaborate on that bit now. And then elaborate on this bit.
And
What-
you
what-
never explained this part. I've been
What-
asking for this. Twice now I have asked.
What do you know about the anomaly? I sense I've said something wrong.
What do you
I love
know
you, Papa.
about
We're
it?
about to come in. It's about to be all done.
Why would you put her in the lake?
Laundry gonna be done soon. Okay. Why'd you put
Why
her in
would you
the
put
lake?
her in the lake where we go through?
I love Anya just being like, but why? I just feel like you putting her there was just not. We should.
That was a horrible idea. Like, if people are wanting to get in the Feywild, because, you know, dumbasses are going to want to do that.
You released her. Where was the sign that said we shouldn't?
There was literally
There was an
nothing.
instruction
And you-
manual.
And you learned from Captain Tush that you guys weren't the first ones to try to find the lake and go through it.
Yeah.
It's
So this
just-
is going to happen at some
apparently
point.
it's well trafficked and has run.
Just the first ones to be successful.
Cornelius is
that
a
you know of.
bumbling idiot. Just a little bit. Like, what did he think? Like, how are we supposed to get here otherwise?
Amazing.
True.
10 out of 10 experience
There's a brother that we're going to go save.
every time.
That's going to be a conversation we leave. So,
Yeah, that was a big crossover event that only Charlotte could really truly appreciate. But Adelaide
And
was
I
a big
did, and I
Adelaide
did.
was a big character in Heroes of Arathia. She was like, well, yeah. I don't want to give too much away because it might still come into play. But she and Isolde were like best buds. And kind of helped take down General Alabaz. And then you had the whole Kraken talk, which, if you guys remember, that was it at the end of the last season where the courier kind of ran in
Yeah, talking
Yeah.
about the Kraken.
talking about the Kraken. It's
and the
been
prince being killed.
it's been about maybe almost 4 months in game since that's happened. And you enter the Feywild, and these four white cloaked people come through the furnace like as if it just happened, but it really in real time happened 4 months ago that you know. And so it is
Yeah.
a bit like
Tiny
you're kind of
whiny
putting
wishy-washy.
you're kind of putting the pieces together of him talking about, oh, I sent these guys to go save Westwind from the Kraken. They came back just now, but you already know like all those events that's happened.
All right.
Time is whack here.
Yeah.
Heard.
Yep.
Time to wackadoodles. Okay.